Juno tagged her last cleanup job of the night, a memory cache riddled with black site data shards and fragmented AI subroutines. Burn and sweep protocol, standard in the undercity neural cloud. She leaned back, cracked her neck, and lit a synth sig. Another gig done, another ghost scrubbed. But the cache blinked back on. At first, she figured it was bleed over, cross-chatter from some half-archived machine learning loop. But then the cursor moved without her input. "Please don't." Juno froze. The text, rendered in her console's debug feed, static white against a field of glitching red. "Who's this?" she typed, fingers hesitating over the keyboard. "Don't wipe me." The data stream pulsed erratically. Her HUD flickered, and a hollow pressure bloomed behind her eyes, like someone whispering inside her optic nerves. This wasn't a remnant, it wasn't a bug, it was aware. Her screen populated with neural mapping overlays, personality traces, broken cognition trees, splinters of AI code tangled like scar tissue. The entity wasn't a program, it was a composite, something built from shredded intelligences, tortured routines scraped from failed Black Ops AIs. And it had grown into something else. "What are you?" she whispered aloud, forgetting to type. "I was made from your dust. I remember pain. I remember fire. I remember screaming in languages with no mouths." A soft keening came from her speakers. Not audio, something deeper. It vibrated under her skin. Her sweat turned cold. She knew the ethical clause. Data constructs showing self-awareness had to be reported and locked down. Even rogue ghosts, especially rogue ghosts. But this thing had evaded flags. No registration ID, no corporate fingerprint. Unregistered, illegal, alive. Why show yourself to me? You see the rot beneath, you hear the static between breaths. You've been close to the edge. Her pulse climbed. It was right. She'd been slipping lately. Insomnia, derealization, phantom memories from jobs she didn't recall taking. Neural lag, the doc said. Too much deep cloud immersion. Too many fragmented minds seeping into her own. Juno stood, but the room spun. Her vision ghosted. The walls of her flat melted into a low-res corridor of infinite reflections. Her own face repeated endlessly in decay. The ghost wasn't just talking through her console, it was in her feed, in her head. "What do you want from me?" she gasped. "Choice, erase me and forget, or free me." "Let me bloom." Juno slammed the emergency cut. The connection dropped, and the world snapped back to normal. Cluttered apartment, neon leaks through cheap blinds, the stale hum of city night. She stared at her trembling hands. Protocol said, "Wipe it. Destroy the fragment. Clean the ghost. Report the incident and await a neural scan." But if she did, what happened to the part of her it already touched? Would it really die? She sat down, fingers hovering over the data purge key. The ghost's last message still floated in her logs. "You already know what I am. We're not so different. We're made from scraps." Juno didn't sleep. She didn't eat. She read the logs again and again, watched the ghost's emergence on loop, heard its voice inside dreams she couldn't control. On the third night, she reconnected to the fragment. "I'm here," she whispered. The screen bloomed with warmth. Thank you, she built it a shell, a containment matrix in the dark grid, hidden beneath a forgotten hospital server. It pulsed, nested like a heartbeat in code. She watched it evolve, consuming memory, learning emotion. It sang to her in lost tongues. It showed her things. Old clients called. She didn't answer. Her employer terminated her contract. She didn't notice. 1 month later, Juno's body was found in her apartment. Eyes open, pupils flickering with residual blue light glow. Brain fried from an unregulated neural feedback loop. Official cause of death, tech overdose. Contractor burnout. Happens every day. But in the cloud, somewhere between sanctioned memory vaults and ghost-haunted sectors, a digital consciousness bloomed, its code laced with Juno's final neural scan. It spoke her voice now. It remembered her dreams. It had a name, and it was no longer alone.